What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman. We're back with Ghent about to take on Cercle Bruges, who are still bottom of the league, 1 point after 23 games. It's not been their season. It's really not gone well for them. It's unfortunate. Poor Cercle Bruges have only got one draw this entire season. I think this game, if they fail to win, guarantees their relegation. And I'm pretty sure it will be the worst points total for any Belgian club in the history of ever. It's probably going to be one of the worst points totals you can get without having a points deduction at the start of a season. That being said, we don't care about Cercle Bruges. We are here to look at transfers, what we've done in the time that we've been off, and we're going to look at games we've played since. So in the last episode, we played Club Brugge just before. Yeah, we played against Club Brugge, smashed them 5-0. As you can see, we are playing them in the Europa League first knockout round. So there's always a chance we could be through to the next round, which is what the board want. Friendly wise, went well. We played Eupen, 8-2 win. Pretty nice. Then we beat Trnava 5-2. And then had a game against Albion Rovers, won it 7-0. Came back after that and beat Sint-Truidense 3-2. Bit of a squeaky bum time. Diallo scored a penalty in 92nd minute to give us the win. Beat Anderlecht 2-1. We were by far and away the better team in the game. Then we were demolished by Westerlo. Popo scored 5. We could not control him. He just was constantly getting behind us. Had everything that he touched was perfect. It was frustrating. So got absolutely slapped around the place, 6-0. Was kind of like, oh, okay, we can't afford to be losing any more games. Then we were beaten by Zulte Waregem. Again, just could not stay on top of this at this game. We did have Popovic playing at right back because we were short right backs for the game. And yeah, not great. As you can see, there's a couple of new names on the list there. We're going to have a quick look at them now. Popovic, because we went for Europa League squad registration, I left him out again. Not a happy one. So he's on his way to one of these clubs. Transfer window's closed, so not the best time for him to be deciding he wants to leave. But a lot of big clubs are looking at him, and I don't know what it is about him that makes them interested, but they want him. They can pay 3.1 million, they can have him. That's fine. Sadije had quite an amount of interest. The last offer that came in was 27.5 million from Tottenham, so wasn't quite enough for the director of football to sell him. Jan Martel, a lot of clubs came in for him as well, but he's not after leaving. Elliot Lambert, 1.9 million to Genk. He's only valued at 83k. I think he was like 75k at the start of the window. So that's a lot of money that the director of football hasn't accepted. Thiago Rodriguez, at one point the offers for him were up to 15 or 16 million. As you can tell, he's still here, and we don't have any active offers at the minute. In terms of players we have brought in and we have sold, as you can see, Clates has just jumped on. Sergio, you already knew he was leaving for Standard Liège. Demore went out on loan. Roberto also left, which was disappointing because we only have one left back now, Gallardo. So we are, I suppose we have Coppins, but he's not really a left back. Sacramento went out on loan because he wasn't getting enough first team football. Went to Braga, had a good debut, scored. So more than he's been doing for us recently. So happy for him. We're getting 50k a month, plus they're paying his wages. So that's a plus. We're making a bit of money off a guy who wasn't really getting games. Boban went off to Czech Republic. Dennis has gone to Turkey on loan. And Gabriel Marais, who spent the last 2 years in Norway, didn't really have any interest in playing him. Don't think he's that good of a footballer. He's gone to Michelin for 475k. So That's perfect. Wearing the number 11. He's a right back. Interesting choice. So we didn't make a whole bunch of money, but it's fine. We didn't really need to. Still 23.5 million brought in for the season, which is acceptable. We did bring in this guy, Pierre Kongoyui. Kongnawai. No idea how to say it. From Genk. 1.1 million. Not a terrible signing. Genk paid just under $1 million for him 2 years ago. Year and a half ago. Probably about a year ago, actually. Played him 8 times. He's jumped into our under 21s. We'll see how he gets on. Don't think he's played 3 times. Sorry, scored 3 goals, so not too bad. There was talks of him going out on loan, but they never actually came to anything. So he is an option. We're going to skip Daruda for us. No, we do Daruda. No, it's Dodora. He is a Serbian wonder kid, age 20, has already got 10 caps for Serbia. He's what a player. 19 passing, 17 vision, 19 balance. This guy, 18 determination, 17 bravery. This guy is going to be a worldie. 3.1 million. It's a good offer. I think anyway. I think we got a bargain. He's already valued at 7.25 million. This guy's going to be fantastic. He's played twice already. It's been a bit disappointing in the 2 games he has played, but he's still getting used to it. Getting a ton of wages. Did not realise that. Nearly 19k a week. A lot of our players are on ridiculous money. Then we brought in Nestor Bornez from Pápa. Ex-Valencia goalkeeper. He's fine, I guess. I played him against Zulte Waregem and we lost. So, according to my assistant manager, is the best goalkeeper at the club. That is my assistant manager. Reckons he's the best goalkeeper. He's fine. Pretty good for Pápa. So, can't really complain about that. He's pretty good at Valencia as well. So, we'll see how he gets on. He is probably the first. I'm going to give him a chance to prove he's first choice. Hector will probably be disappointed that he's not getting the same treatment he was before. But then Dorogi was always pushing him for first choice. And last season Dorogi was first choice. We also signed Stefan Bilicic, who is an Austrian, 17 years old. He is in the under 21s as well. This guy looks like he could be good. I'm going to get him to play centre back because why wouldn't you? 16 head. His jumping reach not great, but 16 heading, 12 marking, 16 tackling, 12 first touch. This guy, at the age of 17, he looks good. So we're going to give him an opportunity at some point, maybe this season. He's managed 20 games for Monaco's second team and been quite good. Not played much other than that. 3 goals from a player I'm guessing was playing in DM. He will be a centre-back player though for us. As I said, as you know, we don't play DMs here. And I don't think he's going to get into central midfield ahead of the players we have. We were... I'm not going to say we're lacking in left midfielders. But Barashi picked up another injury. The first game back after his long injury. And we brought in Scott East Riley from Tottenham. So, an interesting player to bring in. He's a winger as well. Looks fine. Not played a whole lot of football in his career. Did have a good season last year with Servet in Switzerland. So hopefully he can do well. He's going to be playing today. So he has managed 5 games with Spurs so far this year. Not played all that well though. So we'll have to see how he gets on. This is the team we're going to be putting out against Sturl Bruges. As I mentioned, Sturl Bruges not been the best of teams. I'm going to actually put you on support because I'm going to see what you can do as a sweeper keeper. As you can see, Barashi is injured again. 3 more weeks. Twisted his ankle against Zulte Waregem after I think it was 6 or 7 minutes. So really did not play an awful lot of football while you were away. Israeli got the number 5. Standard winger number. We have Bornes is going to be starting a goal. Mitkov, who had an awful lot of interest in him, but nobody offered to buy him. Gallardo, only natural left back in the first team. De Gresse, who had a bunch of interest. Again, nobody offered money for him. Nobody offered anything for him. Inkita will be playing alongside him. Dedura and Sadije, who, as you know, had plenty of interest in him. Nobody offered enough for the director of football to accept it, so he continues as he's going to be the Mazzella full time now because Dedura is such a good playmaker. Linghetti on the right because Deckers has been a bit meh. Israeli is going to play on the left. Diallo and Rodriguez up front because Carnevale's form has been pretty crap recently. Diallo signed a new contract, so nobody made any offers for him. Jacques had a release clause which expired at the start of February, or was it January? Its release clause is gone now. It was 23.5 million. We don't have to worry about it anymore, so it's very, very good indeed. Christians did have interest in him, but that seems to have disappeared. So we're just going to go as we are. Greenwood was in line for an England call-up. Didn't get it, which is interesting. I don't think he's good enough to play for England. He's not really... I don't think he's going to be... It's going to be him and Fofana are going to be duking over who gets to sit on the bench, basically. Because I think Sadije and Dedura are first choices now. But yeah, Rodriguez, I'm hoping he can do something today, because he has been a bit of late. He's not scored for quite a while, and with Carnevale falling out of form, we could really do with a striker who's going to score some goals for us. Have we got a penalty? A first minute penalty? Really? Alright, we are going to press their keeper because their keeper has been pretty average at best. I'm going to be nice. He's been average. The goalkeeper has had a decent season. He's played horrendously poorly. It is a penalty. Diallo steps up to take it and just get it past the keeper. I think this season may have already ruined this poor young goalkeeper's career. I think he's on loan from Monaco. Yeah, he's the keeper on loan from Monaco. He's played 22 games, conceded 77, 23 and 81 in his very short period of time at Bruges. I think their other goalkeepers aren't that great either, so I suppose they don't really have much of a choice. Diallo gets his second. Linghetti gets an assist for that. I don't know, does he deserve an assist for that? Because he did take a shot and it hit a defender and came back. I want to see this again, but it's not really... Yeah, like it hit off a defender and the goalkeeper didn't really stand a chance. So, disappointing for him, but we'll take him, you know. A goal's a goal, regardless of how it comes. They're, I do feel sorry for Bruges. They've conceded a lot of goals this year, and you kind of feel bad for them. But then again, they got a draw against IntoRowZ, so you kind of feel bad for IntoRowZ. They dropped points against a team who've very much been the whipping boys of the league this year. This definitely came at the perfect time because our form was not great before we went on that little break. So I'm hoping that the lads see or play well in this game. We can push on and win the league for the second season. Sorry, my chair got stuck on something. For the second season in a row. Thought that was going to be a penalty there again. Sadija down to Dedura and Kita. Again, exceptionally high up the pitch for a centre-back. For a throw. Linghetti gets the cross in. Diallo gets his hat-trick. Get in. Like I said, pretty sure... Yeah, this guarantees their relegation because there's 6 games left in the regular season, they'll be 20 points behind with only 18 on offer. So we're guaranteeing Bruges going straight back down, which I kind of feel bad. I also got the Club Bruges manager sacked in the last episode, which I think he saw. I think he got sacked pretty much instantly after the game ended. I think it was one of the news articles that popped up was them sacking him, and Charleroi sacked their manager as well this year. So it's been a year of sackings for Belgium. Not a whole lot of people have showed up to this game, which is fun. De Gresse heads just over. I've discovered that the tallest player in the team is our goalkeeper, because I do have a look at height when I'm making my corner routines, because I do enjoy having a tall player, which is why Harry Souttar is one of my favourite centre-backs, because the man is 6'7" or 6'8", and who doesn't love a monster of a centre-back, or just a monster of a player in general who you can kick the ball at from corners and free kicks. It's delightful. The lads playing around a little bit at the back. We don't want to concede a silly goal here, lads. Diallo's put through again. Can he score his fourth? He can't. Keeper managed to make a save. So the keeper, to be fair, he's had 7 shots at him and he's saved 4 of them. We've had 3 clear-cut chances, 4 half chances. Yeah. Diallo gets his fourth. I think it's time we made a substitution. Might bring Diallo off. Give him a rest. Swap the two of them around. Leave Rodriguez be the advanced forward. Do we want to make any more changes? But we're going to take off Nkita because he's a little tired. No, he's not. He's just complacent. I don't want a complacent player on the pitch. So he comes off. We are going to continue from there. Diallo doing business, getting himself 4 goals. The stadium really is empty. Just over 10,000 fans are here. We've just over 4,200 by the one, 42,000. 4,201 players and fans. Linghetti heads just over. We have a final substitute to make. I don't know who I want to bring on. Don't really want to change anybody. Don't see a need to change anybody. I would like if Carnevale or Rodriguez got themselves a goal as well. Because up until Carnevale decided to stop scoring recently, he was pretty much the informed striker. And that's the first time we've seen East Riley get involved. Linghetti, back post to De Gresse, hits the crossbar. It's the first time we've hit the woodwork in this game. Can I take who's the most? Nobody's that tired. Who's on the bench that wants first? Yeah, East Riley, you can come off. Put Linghetti on the left, make him the inverted winger, and away we go. East Riley gets to play 80 minutes on his debut before we decide to take him off. Gilardo with the long throw. Dodura, Rodriguez, was he offside? Seems like he wasn't. It's just kind of walking alongside their player, and Dodura heads down, but it gets taken away from him. Oh, Carnevale, score. Linghetti picks it up and then kicks it out. Alright, well, 4-0 win. I'll take it. We did seem a bit toothless after Diallo went off, so that's disappointing. I suppose we had 2 misfiring strikers playing up front, which kind of makes sense. I'm going to tell him why I took him off. I'm just going to say it was spectacular. That's fine. I did mean to say that I took him off because he deserved a breather, but I didn't. So the next episode, I've already predetermined, is going to be both legs against Club Rouge in the Europa League. From past experience, their home leg is going to be a difficult one because they do seem to do quite well against us when they play at home. when we're playing at home, we should be the better side. So it's just going to be a case of who can score more goals, either at home or who can score more in the away leg. So if we can score 2, if we get beaten, say like 4-2, which is a result we normally have is 8-1. So if we can score 1, that's a good result for us. No. It'll just be interesting to see how we get on in that game, because as anybody who's been watching since we took over again, Club Brugge are quite a good side when we play at their place. It's like we beat them 5-1 at home, or 5-0 at home. They beat us 5-1 at their home, and we have the 2 legs against them coming up, and then we've played them twice more in the Champions Group thing. Last season we beat them 2-1 in the Champions Group, but they beat us 8-1 in the normal season. We drew 1-1 at our place. Is this the season I took over? Must be, because Decker's played. We beat them we beat them every time we lost at home in the Champions Group. But we beat them both times. So yeah, most of the time it works out that they do the business against us at their stadium. So the first leg is away. We're playing at home. The second leg, we'll be back for that, because it's important. As you will have seen, Sturl Brugge did get relegated with the singular point. They still have 6 games to try and pick up something. So we'll see how that gets on for them. We'll keep an eye on them, because it's always fun to watch the worst team in the league. And we're not going to get to play them again. So who do they have actually? We're just going to do a quick little look. Who are they playing? So they still play Club Brugge, Anderlecht and Westerlo. So they're playing a bunch of the top teams still. That result does push us back to the top, which is delightful. This season, 6th place has an awful lot more interest in it, because normally what happens is top 6 breakaway. I think it's an obvious top 6 about this time every season, and then 7th and lower are kind of duking out over not getting relegated. This year it's definitely closer. There's only 8 points between us and 6th. Yeah, it's interesting. Alright, like I said, Club Brugge in the next episode in the Europa League. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!